Hello there, this is Leo from ThemeChills.com. In this video I'm just going to show you quickly how you can set up the Enchanted WordPress theme. It's really simple to do, so let's get going. So firstly I'll just show you what you'll receive from ThemeForest once you have purchased the theme. So there'll be 3 files included. One will be the Enchanted Child theme, one will be the actual Enchanted Parent theme, and the last will be the Enchanted main file, which contains all the documentation as well as code snippets, as well as the demo content and all the other stuff that you may need to get it up and running. So one thing I would strongly recommend is to install firstly the parent theme, which is this one here, and after doing so you then install the Enchanted Child theme. Reason for this is if the theme ever gets any updates in the future, you won't lose any of your local modifications. So make sure that you're running the child theme, and also that the parent theme is installed, because the child theme will not work without the parent theme if it's not installed. So let me just show you some of the features that we have. As you can see, this homepage is completely widgetized. It uses some of WordPress's native widgets, such as the text widgets or the recent posts, as well as some custom widgets that I've created. So we have our story area, or where you can put in photos of the couple that's about to get married. And also the bridal party uses the same custom post type. That way everything's housed within the one area. Then we have events with a timeline feature, trailer video. Then there's the photo section, which is powered by Jetpack. And if we keep going, there's also a Google embed map, registry section, RSVP form. As I mentioned, the recent news or the recent posts widget is included here as well. And that's about it. So perhaps what I'll do, I'll show you how you would create an event, and the profiles is very similar as well, so we'll get started on that. I'll log into the system, and what you will do is you go into events, and as you can see I've created all these different events. I've specified the category that they refer to. And so let's suppose I wanted to add another event to day 1, right? So we'll put something after 8:30 p.m. whatever it may be, doesn't matter really. So what we'll do, we'll click on add event, and I'll just put something like demo event, and it'll be at 10 p.m. and I'll just assign it to the day of the event that it corresponds to. This child taxonomy or child category is only really used if you want to add another description to the day. You don't need to put it in, but if you do, just make sure you create a child category and assign it to the day that it corresponds to, or the main title. You don't need to select it here because the event will automatically assign itself to the day. So let's publish that. Okay, and what I'll do, I'll just click on this one, cancel that one, we'll scroll down. Okay, so the demo event is here. Now obviously it's at 10 p.m. I don't want it to appear there because the sequential order would be after 8:30. And the great thing about this is that I use a plugin which is called, let me find it for you. Let's go here. There's a few other plugins there, but it's called Intuitive Custom Post Order. This will be recommended for you to install. You don't have to install it, but I really would strongly recommend you do so, mainly because it makes it really simple to just drag your events around as you see fit. So let's go back to the events, and I'm gonna go to the day 1 events. I can see that they're all here, and as I said, this is at 10 p.m. It's coming after dessert and dancing, so I'm gonna drag it, put it down there. Oops, there we go, just down there, and I don't even need to save it. This will automatically refresh itself and it'll be in the correct order, as you can see there. Fantastic. So that's how simple it is to add an event. So what we'll do next is I'll show you how you can add a profile to the homepage. These are all profiles. These are profiles as well. The difference is that these inherit a class that enlarges them, so it makes them featured profiles in a way. Firstly, what I'll do, I'll show you how you can add a profile and exactly how it works for you to exclude or include the required profiles in the appropriate areas. So I'll go to add profile. Okay, so I'll put a test profile. Oh, actually, let's call it a name. Say, I'm a Friends fan myself, so I'll put Chandler Bing. How's that? And then here you can put in the description, which will correlate to this area here. Just a funny man, and I am doing a demo at the moment. Now what I've done for these profiles, I've added a Twitter handle. You can add whatever you like there. If you like, you can link it to a page within your site. It's pretty much up to you. But I like this approach because it just provides more information of the person itself through a Twitter account. So I won't do it for the purpose of the demo, but it's pretty much just using the edit and insert text link component. So we'll set a featured image. I'll probably just for the demo use an existing one. So let's say I use this one. Okay, it's the featured image here. I'll publish it. And let's refresh that. Okay, now one thing I want to point out is I have coded this up with Flexbox. Now if you don't know what that is, don't worry about it, but what's great is it will automatically adjust every profile in a grid format. So rather than this being left aligned, it's actually centered, which is great for from a design standpoint. So now what you'll notice is it adds it within the bridal party area as well as the featured area. The reason it's doing that is because, as I said, it uses the one widget, which just keeps everything much more straightforward. But it's super simple to exclude this profile from the featured area. And the way you do that is you can go, firstly you find the ID that this profile relates to. And I made it very simple for you to find here. It says profile ID, so it's 201. If we go into the customizer, let me go into the customizer. And we'll go into the widgets area. So this is the actual featured area. And as you can see, I've excluded all these IDs because they show in the bridal party. So let's see that in real time. So go exclude ID 201 and let it do its thing. There you go. It's not showing up in the featured area here anymore. It still is showing up here, which is exactly what we want. Now, what I'd like to point out is, as I mentioned, these are featured profiles. So what they do is they inherit a class that provides a larger image. But if you did not want these to be featured or so prominent, simply uncheck that, and you'll see they'll adhere to the standard size. So let's leave that as it was. But super simple, just exclude the IDs here. Also, if you go into the profiles, you'll see I'm excluding these two IDs because I don't want them to show down here. But for example, if I wanted to say, what can we do? Say if I removed 44, you'll see it will show in the bridal party area. So there it is, it's showing there, and it's still not excluded here, which is why it's showing there. But let's put that back. And also, because as I mentioned, it's the same widget, you can have the same feature to make these more prominent. So if I click on display latch profile images, there you go, they become featured, they adjust automatically, and pretty much good to go there. But let's put these in the standard form. What's great about it is that you can see all this happening in real time. Now that we're in the customizer, I'll just show you how easy it is to just move stuff around. Let's suppose I wanted bridal party to be above this area. Well, simply drag, drop, and then that will automatically adjust to that new structure. So there you go, bridal party. Let's put that back. Another example is I want the trailer to show in between the featured area and before the bridal party area. Well, we'll put the save the date trailer there, and there you go. Now you have the new format. Okay, I actually like that structure, so we'll save and publish it. And let's make sure these changes have taken effect. Let's see, we've got the featured area. Yep, perfect. There you go. What can we show you next? We've gone through how to reorder the custom post types with events. The same process would apply for profiles. You can rearrange them the way you see fit. It's up to you. So what I'll probably show you next is how to create this gallery. You'll need to have the Jetpack module installed. I would go for the tiled galleries module as well as the carousel. Tiled galleries will provide you this nice kind of gallery effect, which I think is pretty cool, and the carousel provides you with this feature. When you click on it, you can just slide through the images. You can even comment on them. It's up to you, and it provides you some meta information here, which is pretty cool, I think. I'll just show you how that was created. Let's go back. Let me show you maybe through the widgets area, just so you can see through another area of the page what it's doing and how it's been created. So photos, there you go. That's all it is. It is the shortcode which is native to WordPress. It's referencing the required IDs, and this is all generated by WordPress itself. So the way I would create this is, now suppose you don't have the shortcode obviously first. What I usually would do, just go into pages or even posts, it doesn't really matter. I'd go to add new. Okay, the way to create this, you'd go to add media, you'd create the gallery, there it is. So you just select the images you want. So I want this one, I just want these 5 images, right? So I'd create a new gallery. You can make the necessary configurations here. I want the large to display. Tiled mosaic is what I'm using in the live preview. Insert. There you go. And you can publish this if you want, but because I wanted it featured on the homepage, what I did is I grabbed this shortcode, copied it, and pasted it into the widget, and that was it. That's how simple it is to create that gallery effect. Now, I don't need this page, so I'm just going to leave pretty much and show you how. Let's see. Yep, leave page. I'll show you how the form, the contact form, which is found here, is created. And that's very similar. you'll see it here, and that's the contact form. And what this is the shortcode which is provided by the Jetpack module contact form, which you'll need to install as well if you want this kind of feature available. And the way you would do that is the same process. We'll just use this one that we used before. And what I would do is add contact form, and then this allows you to add in the form that you want. You can move it around, it's up to you. More information is in the documentation, so you'll be able to see exactly how you can configure this. It's really straightforward. This will give you a shortcode itself, so say we add that, and made a mess of it because the gallery was still there. Let me just get rid of this for a sec so it's more clear. Add contact form. So suppose I'm happy with this, great. That's the shortcode I need. And that's what I would paste into the widget. Done. Simple. The next section I'd like to show you is, well, the Google Map is really simple as well. All you do is you go to Google, grab the embedded shortcode that you need for that. Oh, sorry, not shortcode. Let me just show you what I mean. The iframe embed code, that's what I meant to say. Paste it, and that's it. That's all it is. You'll also notice that it won't interfere with the scroll. I've had some issues where I'm scrolling, and then the map hijacks my scroll event, so I've stopped that from happening. The way you can drag it as you see fit is just clicking on it, and then it'll start dragging, but it won't interfere with the scroll, which I think is a good thing. And lastly, the registry page. This is courtesy of ThemeBeans registry plugin. It's really cool plugin. I thank the guys there for providing that free of charge. And the way this is created, it's also with, and I'll just show you. So this is just the section information that I put in there. It's custom to the homepage. But the registry module itself, if we go into pages, and you'll see here, the guys at ThemeBeans have really done an awesome job, whereby they just put in this little icon here where you can just select the provider that you want. Suppose I want REI, and that will create the required short code for REI. I'm not sure what REI is, but we're in Australia, so maybe it's not here yet. That's fine. And assign the registry template to this page. What will happen is, by doing so, it'll pull out all this information and it'll display it on the home page in this grid format. So that's pretty much how you set up the home page. It's really straightforward. There's more information on the documentation that's provided in your main file. You can create the pages or posts as you normally would. This is obviously assigned to the news page for the blog posts to display. There's also a style guide that will come as part of the demo content, where you have just some basics on how to set up the typography, tables, images, up to you. Lastly, I'll just show you where the titles and things can be changed. Let me just go to the home page. The site title and tagline will change this area here. So if I wanted to put 2019, or just change it all together, you know, Leo at Theme Chills, that'll change in real time. The tagline will display in the title area, and then theme options allows you to change specifically the areas of the home page. Put Deb and Chand. How's that? And then you can change also the date there. The venue is editable. Address. You can put in a background and it'll automatically go full width. And it's fixed as well, which is pretty cool. The colors can be changed. You can change the body text color to be something not very pleasing like that, or you can just go back to the default. You can change the link accent colors, so you can make that yellow if you want to, green, up to you. And then the navigation, you also have access to that. The widgets, you can, like we've seen before, just change the order through here. And also you can set your homepage and the required posts page through the customizer. So thanks for taking the time to go through this video walkthrough with me. I hope you found it useful. If you have any questions, feel free to get in touch. Otherwise, until next time, bye for now.